Ever get that weird feeling, like an old house is still waiting for its people to come home, even long after everyone's gone? I'm Ethan, 29 years old, travel vlogger, and exploring abandoned ghost towns somehow became my full-time thing. My life runs on camera bags, half-charged batteries, late-night editing sessions, and gas station coffee. One day I'm at Denver cafes, the next I'm on dusty back roads or climbing some random mountain trail. Routine isn't consistent, just the movement is. These ghost towns and forgotten places don't just pull me in for the visuals. There's a heavy silence in them, a history, and honestly, a weird kind of loneliness that sometimes hits a little too close to my own life. I'm not a thrill junkie, I'm just curiosity-driven. But yeah, that comes with a flaw. When people abandon a place, that's exactly where I want to go. Logic sometimes takes the back seat. I'll risk dumb stuff just for a good shot. Secondary character? Just my own thoughts. Sometimes saying, "Ethan, chill out." Other times whispering, "Come on, man, a little deeper. There's got to be something cool hidden here." That quiet internal voice that rides shotgun everywhere, supportive and reckless at the same time. It was a late winter afternoon, that old, last-standing house at the edge of Elkorn Ridge. Snow everywhere, thick, untouched, painfully quiet. Wind was super sharp, like it wasn't just cold, it was pissed. The porch would creak softly under freezing air, just enough sound to break the silence. Camera on, doing my slow walkthrough. Tripod bag on my shoulder, gloves halfway soaked, breath hanging white in front of me. Broken windows stood there with jagged edges like they'd been watching for years, tired of it. Rusted mailbox half open, no sign mail ever existed. A faded no trespassing sign, words almost gone, but the feeling? Loud as hell, don't be here. It felt like every other ghost town exploration, until I stepped into the living room. Dust floating in the dim light, mold streaks on the walls, floor freezing under my boots. And right in the center, a wooden rocking chair. Moving, slow, steady, like breathing, back and forth. Back and forth. No breeze. No creaky floorboard explanation. Just movement. Instant spine lock moment. The room didn't feel empty anymore. It felt occupied. And there I was, behind the lens, pretending things were normal, when they clearly weren't. Inside, it was that unsettling kind of quiet. The type where even silence feels like it's breathing. Every step echoed weird, like the walls sucked the sound in, then dropped it back a second late. Stairs creaked like someone else had walked them right before me. Wallpaper peeled down in curling strips, like something had clawed its way out from inside the walls. Cold spots weren't random. They felt deliberate, like someone had been standing there seconds ago and just stepped away. One door upstairs was half open, hinge whining in that soft metallic breath sound, like it was alive. My camera automatically shifted that way. The shadows didn't just sit still, they seemed to shift when I blinked. Faint footsteps, soft, slow, like someone walking barefoot down a carpeted hallway. Human pace, zero explanation. Family portraits lined the wall, stiff smiles, no warmth, eyes too alert. Not like people posing, more like they got paused. Those faces didn't feel like memories, they felt like leftovers. Still here, still aware. Just routine, checking footage to make sure my framing was good. Screen showed the hallway shot, dusty light, old floorboards, all standard abandoned vibes. Hit play. First few seconds normal. Then I heard it, breathing. Slow, heavy, controlled. And the worst part? It didn't match mine. My breaths were quick, adrenaline breathing. This sound was deep, calm, patient, like a predator taking its time. It sounded like it was right at the mic, like someone's mouth was at my ear, breathing slow. My thumb hit pause without thinking. Silence dropped so fast my chest tightened, like the air in the room got sucked out. Freeze frame showed the top of the staircase. Empty, but the emptiness felt staged, like something had just moved or was still standing there, and the camera just couldn't catch it. The house didn't feel abandoned anymore. It felt awake, like something inside it remembered being alive, and it had noticed me. I started moving toward the exit, like crossing that threshold would snap reality back to normal. Heart racing, trying to slow my breathing, telling myself to think straight. Camera steady, steps slow. Outside I probably looked calm, but inside, full survival mode panic drilling through my chest. Near the basement door, an icy draft hit. Freezer cold, unnatural. My earbuds crackled with sudden static. Not wind, not anything mechanical, just raw white noise, like a breath dragging through wires. Hands felt heavy, camera suddenly weighing double. Vision stuttered, a half-second blur, space bending like reality stretched thin. My brain screamed, "Don't look," but my head still moved. Nothing in the corner, yet the air felt crowded. That watcher feeling, the kind that crawls up your spine and clamps your lungs. Near the exit, instead of relief, the world felt thick, sound muffled like cotton stuffed in my ears. I didn't just feel scared, I felt followed. Not seen, followed. Stepped onto the last porch plank, cold finally easing off a bit. Breath steadying, air lighter. I glanced at the window, casual, just instinct. And there it was, a faint white shape. Blurred, face-like. No movement, no aggression, just existing, watching. And honestly, sometimes fear doesn't scream. Sometimes it just stares. Walking back to the car, I kept convincing myself. Glare, reflection, snow trick. Back home, warm lights, safe room, normal air. Sat down, opened the footage, fully expecting glitches, pixel noise, something logical. But every frame I paused, that same pale shape, same spot. Still, not captured, staying, like it wanted to be seen. That house didn't feel dead. It felt frozen, stuck between life and silence. And whatever was in there didn't seem like it wanted to be alone. Ghost towns, I don't think they're ever really empty. I think they just wait for someone to remember them. And now, every time that footage thumbnail pops up on my screen, I automatically shut my laptop. And yeah, I avoid reflections a little more now. Ever imagined a theater that's been closed for decades, yet somehow, the air inside still feels like there's a show happening? I'm Lucas, 24, architecture student from Ohio. Documenting old buildings isn't just thesis work for me. It's kind of my escape, my comfort zone. While everyone else spends weekends on Netflix, parties, dorm hangouts, I'm out there exploring cracked ceilings, forgotten stage curtains, dusty balconies. Yeah, I'm that over-serious, detail-obsessed type. Get so sucked into the textures and lines of a place that the rest of the world just fades out. I swear buildings breathe. Old bricks, broken arches, worn-out carpets, they all whisper stories. I don't create them. I just witness them, record them. But here's the flaw. The deeper I get into a place, the more I ignore red flags. When a building gets too quiet, most people leave. I lean in and study it. Secondary character? Just my own thoughts arguing. One voice pushing. Come on, Lucas, one more shot. Go a little further. The other muttering like a pissed-off roommate. Dude, enough. This silence ain't normal. And yeah, I usually listen to the first voice. The theater felt like an old Hollywood ghost still breathing in there. Ripped velvet seats, faded gold trim, a chandelier that was basically a skeleton now. Soft evening light slipped through stained glass windows, landing on the floor in warm amber patches. My routine was the same as always. Camera ready, notes open, framing every angle like a respectful little museum tour. Stage arch symmetry, balcony rail carvings, box seats with chipped paint. Just history frozen, and me preserving it. The air smelled like damp plaster and time. Every step lifted dust that floated then settled like it was tired. So quiet that even my breathing sounded too loud. Nothing dramatic, just the leftover bones of a once loud place. And then, the edge of the curtain moved. No wind, no open window, just this soft, controlled sway. Like someone quietly walked backstage. My heart paused, just a beat. That tiny motion flipped the whole mood from historical vibe too. This place is not empty. Climbing to the upper balcony, the wood creaked under me. like the building still remembered footsteps. The projector booth door hung half open, rusted, dust layering everything like snowfall from another lifetime. Old projector in the corner, belt broken, wires gone, totally dead. And yet, a faint whirring sound hums through the space. That same steady spin noise film reels make when they run. At first I convinced myself it was street hum or echo, but nope. Inside the booth it was louder, focused, like it belonged there. Walls gave this tiny vibration, almost like a distant crowd mumbling. Not spooky loud, but alive. Through the booth window, I could see the auditorium. Portraits of old Hollywood icons staring down in sepia tones. Faces locked in cheap frames, but somehow aware. Not moving, not smiling, just watching. That's when it hit me. I wasn't documenting history. I had walked into it. I pulled out a lens cloth, steadying my camera like always, wiping off glare before the next shot. Routine stuff. This time, the screen reflection showed a faint silhouette. Not detailed, just the shape of someone sitting way back in the last row. Exactly where introverts used to hide in old theaters. Heart kicked once, then my brain jumped in like, relax, man. Probably a smudge. Light glare. Camera glitch. I held my breath, kept the frame steady. Then that sound. A seat fabric shifting, like someone quietly adjusting their posture. Slow. Intentional. Turned around. Auditorium empty, still cold. But on the screen, that row looked darker. Not shadow dark. Presence dark. Like space had been used and never fully emptied again. And a thought punched through me. Some audience members don't leave when the show ends. They just go quiet. Walking down the stairs, I tried to breathe slow, steady. Every metal rail tap felt like the building exhaled with me. Just old structure sounds, I whispered in my head, forcing logic. Footsteps echoed weird, layered, delayed, like another set lagging a step behind mine. Turned the stairwell corner, and behind me, one soft clap, then another. Slow, deliberate, not applause, not mocking, just acknowledgement. Like someone saying, yeah, you noticed. Cold shot up my spine like ice wire. The air thickened, silence vibrated like bass. In that moment, the building didn't feel like walls and beams. It felt like something that remembers, watches, decides. And suddenly I wasn't a visitor. I was part of some scene, without a script. Stepping outside, cold night air hit my face. Real air, real world, like it welcomed me back. Damp street smell, faint traffic hum, flickering street light. Everything normal, painfully normal. For a minute, I almost laughed. Maybe I overthought everything. Just an empty building. A dead theater. My brain being dramatic. Sat in my car, didn't start it, just checked my footage. Scrolling, normal grain, quiet frames. Until the balcony shot froze. There a shape. Blurry edges, still as stone, leaning forward. Like somebody watching a performance only they could hear. No jump, no cheap scare, just intent. Like I wasn't meant to be there. Like the theater was never closed, just waiting. Some places don't lock up. Their lights go off. But the curtain never really drops. And all they wait for is someone who listens to silence.